welcome to International Championship Wrestling. I'm Tim Tyler along with Edgar Wallace. Edgar, we have a biggie coming up today.
We have the biggie, and it's a world championship match between none other than Crusher Broomfield and Randy Macho Man Savage. And, of course, with us right now is ICW promoter George Weingroff. And, George, you're going to tell us a little bit about this match and how it came about.
Well, this is it. This is the... today enjoy what they're seeing because it did take a lot of work. You know, this is something that... to my knowledge, has never happened on national TV where you have a World Heavyweight Championship match right on national TV here where, you know, these two men have their reputations on the line, Crusher Broomfield and Randy Savage, and it means a lot of money, maybe $200,000 a year to the winner. And I think Crusher Broomfield is certainly ready, and I know Randy Savage, he gets psyched up, too, for these matches. So today is the biggie, and if it doesn't go the full 60 minutes, I want the fans to know we do have some standby matches available. Now, last week, you know, we still got problems with the Sheik. And,
yeah, we do.
And he's been told that he is no longer to be in this studio. He's been barred, and we still cannot sanction his matches. We cannot afford to do that. So the situation still stands the same as far as he's concerned, and we're just probably, I think I'm going to have to get a little tougher to enforce it.
The Sheik showed up out of nowhere last week. He wasn't, of course, scheduled to be here at all. He showed up through the front door and took after Gary Royal. Then George Weingroff tried to come out and asked the Sheik to leave. Then he hit you from the back with a piece of wood that he had, so the Sheik is definitely uncontrollable, George.
It may have been my imagination, Tim, but I thought he was after me, too.
He came after Edgar. He came after you, and he was after me, too.
I don't think that's your imagination. But I'm so excited today. We have a World Heavyweight Championship match, and I'm just ready to get it started.
And if I were you folks, I wouldn't go away. What about you, Tim?
That's right. Stick around. The World Heavyweight Championship match is next. We're going to take a break and be right back. Heavyweight Championship match. Sitting with Edgar and myself is Leaping Lanny, former World Heavyweight Champion himself, to do some commentary on this match. Edgar, let's go to the ring for the official introduction.
Go to the ring for the introductions is right. Of course, we're glad to have Leaping Lanny with us to help us out with this match. The challenger at 454 pounds from Spartansburg, South Carolina, none other than Crusher Broomfield. And Crusher is truly the crowd favorite today, and as I've indicated to you, he's also match choice.
Here comes Randy Savage's music being played in the studio right now. The song is called Fame. Lanny, there is some fame about Randy Savage. You have to say that.
The world champion at 235 pounds. Sarasota, Florida, the ICW World Champion, Macho Man, Randy Savage, with Miss Macho Man, Brenda Britton. And that's one of the applause for him.
How much of an applause for Randy Savage? Crusher Broomfield's all set and ready to go there, Edgar. Randy Savage's not in the ring yet.
Crusher looks like a caged lion right now, and I hate to have 40 pounds looking at me like that. Right now, Brenda Britton is helping the world champion through the ropes. And I'll tell you what, Tim, Edgar, I'm a little nervous, too, because I have a vicarious thrill now because I was talking to the nervous about this match. This guy going for all the gold now, and oh, man, it would be so important if he won.
Okay, the music has stopped. Randy Savage, all he had to do was point one. Came to a halt.
I think that's a different robe. I don't believe I've seen that $1 million robe of Randy Macho Man Savage before. Of course, Crusher's ready to disrobe him if he doesn't do it quickly enough. Of course, Brenda will be bringing us the belt. The belt is on the line. And the belt will stay here at the announcer's table until such time as this match is concluded and a winner is decided.
Okay, here comes the belt right now, Edgar.
I've never seen Savage looking so great for a match. He's really in top condition. You can see his muscles, 20-inch arms showing. How he feels about being world champion.
The match is officially underway.
That's right. Get out of here now. Kicks out Brenda Britton.
Crusher Broomfield says, get him in here. We're wasting time. Crusher, of course, aware of the 60-minute time limit we have on this match. There they go at it.
Collar and elbow hook up and the advantage. And now Savage, don't count him out, boy. He's in top condition. very vicious collar and elbow hookups, and you can see the intensity on both men. This is a very, very nervous moment for myself because I'm going to stay neutral in this match, but you all know where my feelings lie.
Randy Macho Man Savage defeated you for the titles March 13th, 1979.
That's right.
Your official position is neutrality.
That's right. Everybody, now, Savage seems to have struggling for position right now. Crusher's going for the leg. Didn't get it. Managed to go behind. And what's this? Do they have a full Nelson? Oh, that's Crusher normal. But Savage straight managed to get to the rope.
Randy, as I pointed out last week, of course, Crusher Broomfield is no stranger to Randy Savage. They have gone at it before in some of the larger arenas across the country. And here they are on television now for the World Heavyweight Championship.
This is unprecedented. Look at that go-behind takedown by Randy Savage. And Crusher going for a powerhouse. Savage, what muscles he's got, what strength. Managed to kick out the Crusher.
Savage definitely uses the in and out of the ring to his advantage. He goes out when he needs to, onto the floor.
And I hate that about him, too. That's why I'd like to see Crusher Broomfield take the belt, because I know that I know Crusher would defend his belt more than once a month, and I know it wouldn't send the ring like Savage does. Although, I can't take anything away from Savage, and there he goes for the single leg dive, and I don't think he can get it. That leg has got too much weight on it. And look at that counter hold. What a massive.
And he's using the rope to his advantage every time. Crusher manages to get him in a position where he could punish the swim and get to the rope or out of the ring.
That's right. The ring is 16 feet square. And now Crusher is riding Randy Savage, making him carry all of his weight, all 400 and some odd pounds.
They were just over 5 minutes into this match, a full 60 minutes allocated.
How many times is that for the ropes now?
There's Savage back out onto the floor now.
Well, Savage is in peak condition now. A man to go against him has got to be ready. And Crusher looks ready. This sure is exciting, I'll tell you that.
If there
I
were
wish
any doubt about the condition of Randy Macho Man Savage, we have to give him credit because he's won not he's competed in two physique contests and come out victorious in both of them.
That's right. Now, I'll tell you, there's more to it than that, I'm afraid.
There you see the prestigious World Heavyweight Championship. That's what it's all about.
That's right. I wish Savage wouldn't spend so much time out of the ring because that hour can go by very fast when a man's trying to do that. Of course, to win. Savage, all he's trying to do is last an hour. They're a beautiful...
Crusher threw him on the rope that time, actually threw him out of the ring. And, of course, Randy Macho Man Savage is over there with the fans at the moment.
That was a great takedown by Randy Savage, but unfortunately, the body press did not work on Crusher Broomfield. He's not the easiest man in the world to pin. Evidently, on his fantastic record as world champion. But that was a fantastic leg dive, I have to admit.
Just a few months ago that you had a world championship match against Randy, and time ran out on you. You had him in the sleeper, but time ran out, and of course, won the match as a result of the fact that time expired.
That's right. I had the same problem Crusher has right now. The man was running, and he ate up the entire hour. That was a fantastic. He went for a single leg dive, and it wasn't going to work, but he managed to get his leg inside and trip the other leg, and now he's going for a cradle. And I don't think he's going to get it because Savage is too strong.
Randy Savage definitely has the strength and endurance to put up with this for 60 minutes. So why do you think he goes in and out of the ring like he does?
Well, I'm sure if he were here right now, he'd say, hey, I'm still champion, and you can't dispute it. You know, he's not worried about what people think of him, evidently not by the way he acts. The only thing he's interested in is protecting what he has, the World Heavyweight Championship, and he doesn't care. Sure, he's got the conditioning. It's better to have something and not need it than need it and not have it. But he'd rather take salvation out of the ring and go ahead and let the fans taunt him for being a coward. I know Savage is not a coward. The only thing he's trying to be is remaining still champion. And the way it's going, well, it may come to an end today, but he's a long-reigning champion, and his methods work. They are not popular, but they do work.
throughout this match.
You said, Tim, why would he run out of the ring? Of course, I think that's just an effort to preserve himself and to preserve his strength so that he can, in fact, last the hour or last the length of the match, whatever it is. It's a resting period for him, surely.
You're right, Edgar. People come up to me all the time. Randy Savage is a coward. I happen to know there is no way a world champion can possibly be a coward. The only thing he's doing, just like you said, Edgar, strategy. And you got to admit, it works.
Look at that.
A flying body press. That's the same move that Bill Martin uses, except it moves a little more when a man weighs almost 500 pounds.
Two count on it.
That's right. This match came perilously close to being over. Front face lock now, and Crusher Broomfield is resting all his weight, making Randy Savage carry it all. And that must not be a very comfortable position. Hard to get air in there, you know.
Exactly.
And you gotta know that most, you gotta be huffing and puffing. Crusher's taking away his oxygen right now.
Crusher saying out loud, asking, wanting referee Dale Edwards to check with Randy Savage for submission.
We know for an absolute fact and beyond any shadow of a doubt, Savage is not going to submit the World Heavyweight Championship. The World Championship belt is on the line, and he will not submit. Crusher must know that he's got to finish. That's the only way he's going to win this match.
That's right. Randy Savage would rather die than lose. That's a fact that I know for sure. And when the World Championship's on the line, even more so. He doesn't even want to...
There he goes for that rest again.
And I think he needs it. I see his face is all beet red.
Okay, Jim, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Right now, come back with more of this World Heavyweight Championship match. ICW Wrestling will return.
We'll let them know what happened.
If your school, club, or civic organization would like to earn
International Championship Wrestling, the World Heavyweight Championship match still in progress as Randy Savage and Crusher Broomfield go at it.
That's exactly right. Of course, Randy was out of the ring when we went to that commercial break and got back in the ring. Crusher immediately got him into a side headlock, and you see what's happened ever since. He's taken him down once or twice, and now, of course, Randy used that tremendous power to get back up, and you see the action.
Now, that might be the first illegal move of the match. Crusher will have none of this, will he?
We saw Ernie the Cat Lad try that on Crusher Broomfield one time, Lanny. Unsuccessfully also.
Watch this now. Oh, this match is exciting. It'd be...
Oh, marvelous. On that.
But now, the fans are just on the edge of their seats, and I am too.
Here goes Crusher Broomfield again, screaming, asking.
That's right, and as Edgar pointed out, there ain't no way.
Absolutely no way Randy Macho Man Savage is going to submit. That's just out of the question.
If you've learned one thing about Randy Savage, is that he would rather die than lose. And this means more than money to him.
You're exactly right. If you notice what Crusher is now using a very good strategy when Randy missed him on that flying tackle into the turnbuckle, he hit that left shoulder. And, of course, Crusher just used a big leg drop on that left shoulder. He's going to try to use that to his advantage.
That's right. He's localizing his efforts on the damaged part, and just like you said, that's a great way to wrestle. It's working. But as Savage, he is tenacious. He's on top now. Headbutt.
A headbutt by Savage.
And
I think Savage might have got the worst end of that headbutt. Crusher looks like he's going to be on his feet first.
That's right. That's the suicidal style of Randy Savage. He doesn't care what he does to himself as long as he hurts his man. Crusher's laying those heavy forearms in now. Oh, rotary arm twist now. And he pulls his hair. Crusher's using a little bit of Savage's own medicine right now.
Okay, remember last week we had Randy Savage to go up against Gary Royal schedule, but Randy Savage never did come out. Instead, by surprise, the Sheik was out here, but maybe Randy Savage was waiting until this week in the World Heavyweight Championship before he appeared.
Randy Savage was trying to throw Crusher Broomfield into the ropes, did in fact, but Crusher came off the ropes and knocked Randy straight to the mat, and he's back on that left arm again.
That was no ordinary body tackle, because with Crusher Broomfield, that's like a wreck on a railroad track. And now, just like Edgar said, he is centralizing his efforts to that shoulder. That's where they injured in that problem he ran into in the corner when the Crusher showed a lot of speed for a man his size and moved out of the way.
And, of course, Randy's legs right now underneath the ropes. He's in position. He manages to remain in position to put that leg on the rope to get the break when he needs it.
We are over 15 minutes now into the scheduled 60-minute World Heavyweight Championship match.
Now, there's where he's got all his leverage right now on that rotary cuff. And that's a very good hold. That's a hold I use myself. And that's where you can put all that God gave you onto that one area. And it is one painful hold.
I noticed camera 3 for a minute had that arm. You could see the pressure that was on that arm and what the Crusher was doing to Macho Man. Oh, a fantastic
Side salto move. That's it, or side suplex, whatever. But it's a variation of a suplex. Pistol Pez Watley has used that to a great advantage. And he's using it on the champion right now, Randy Savage. This is one exciting match. The fans are just anxiously waiting the verdict. And I just hope it doesn't go the complete hour because Savage has been spending a lot less time out of the ring lately.
Yes, he has. Trying to pick Crusher Broomfield up.
On the Crusher, but he is not going to get the Crusher off his feet this time.
At 454 pounds, the Crusher Broomfield is too much for Savage. Look at this.
But it's Crusher going to slam Randy Savage.
It's 235 pounds against 454.
Now, it is possible if he would have got the leverage just right, but the Crusher leaned into him.
Well, we've seen him do it. In fact, I've seen Randy Macho Man Savage do a...
Savage has the power to do it.
Power's
No
right.
question about it. It just not this time because he didn't have him deep enough, plus Crusher was leaning into him. But now, watch the heavy forearms. He is really
The
laying.
crowd is hollering, power driving, power driving. Of course, there's a foot to the stomach of Crusher Broomfield, now to the head. And now he's on the second rope, and with the elbow right across the top of the head of Crusher Broomfield.
Send him down to his knees.
This is one of the most exciting matches I've ever seen in my life.
Yes, it is, Lanny.
I just can't calm down enough. The flying mirror, and that's a great strength effort in
Now
itself.
is he going to go all the way to the top rope?
Middle rope.
He gets out of the way just in time, and Randy Savage lands that elbow intended for Crusher Broomfield right on the mat. And now here goes the side suplex again.
Vertical suplex.
Vertical.
Tries for the vertical suplex, but Savage this time has the leverage.
And he shows his real power, doesn't he?
And now the men are struggling into the corner. There's a knee to the stomach by Randy Savage on Crusher Broomfield.
Oh, and a fist right to the jaw. I had an excellent view and could see that. A second one right to the jaw. Third one right to the jaw. Fourth one, fifth.
Those rapier-like jabs.
Oh, and now right to the forehead.
Is taking it so on the Crusher right now.
And now he's out of the rope. He's throwing Crusher
Into the
right out of
floor.
And of course, Crusher can use this opportunity to get some of that rest. We were saying that Randy Savage...
Look at this, though, Edgar. Randy Savage on the top rope.
Savage is on the top rope. We've seen this before. Boom. Oh,
Crusher didn't know what hit him. They were cutting from behind.
oh, the action is... Oh, this is really getting exciting now. I believe both men have spent so much energy. Crusher looks hurt. I think the Crusher is hurt. That Randy Savage, he is a
Here goes Savage again on the
The
top
conditioning
rope.
of Randy Savage is paying off for him again.
Look, you say what you want about Randy Savage. Don't tell me he can't wrestle. He can wrestle. He is a champion. I have...
Only a two
Count, but Crusher again using the rope as effectively as Randy
Savage
Macho Man
thought,
Savage
Savage
has been
thought that
using.
was a 3 count. He didn't know about the leg on the rope.
And now he's on the second rope.
He needs to get Crusher Broomfield into the corner, and Crusher needs to stay right where he is. But he needs to get to his feet. Otherwise, this match is going to go Savage's way.
And now
No,
he
he's
gets
got
the
him.
leverage, and he in fact does do a body slam, but he hurts his back in the process. Get up, Crusher Broomfield.
There's Savage's chance right there, Lanny. Crusher is down and not moving.
Ooh, and a knee drop right to the chest.
Body press. Let's see what it is.
I love to see Crusher
Two
Broomfield
count.
when he breaks that press and just throws his man right off of him.
I didn't think he had enough. There's an elbow smash right to the head. Another one. Another one.
There's a third one. And Crusher comes back. Crusher comes back with that elbow to the side of the Randy Macho Man Savage's face, and now it's across the top, and a body slam coming.
Both men are tired now. I can
Yes,
see
they're
Crusher's form is getting sloppy.
Yes, they're tired, but Crusher is now coming into his own a little bit. And there's that big leg drop right across Randy Macho Man Savage's chest.
We're 20 minutes into it now, Lanny.
And, of course, Randy is wise enough to get on the rope.
That is the last resort for Randy Savage right there.
And he's on the rope again. They are exhausted. Both men are just totally and completely exhausted.
Randy Savage
cover.
goes for the body press, and not enough.
Not quite enough.
Now it's turned into a cat fight. Oh,
Crusher hitting Randy Macho Man Savage.
right to the jaw.
And he's into the rope. Oh, and
Big
a
elbow.
marvelous takedown there by Crusher Broomfield.
Here he goes for another try of the vertical suplex. And now it's...
Did you see that? Randy
Randy Savage.
reversed it.
Don't tell me, hey, this man is
Randy's
champion.
reversed that vertical suplex, and Crusher Broomfield is in trouble.
Crusher
Randy
didn't
Macho
expect
Man
that.
Savage is now 2, and that's only
There's
a 2
another
count.
2 count.
Only a 2 count.
This match
This
is hanging by a thread right now.
great match. And there's another headbutt by Randy Savage, but Randy gets the worst end of the
All
headbutt.
right, Lanny. It could go either way at this point.
And that's a nice drop, but he misses and just gets matched.
But I still don't think he's got enough.
One. And there goes only a 2 count
Another
again.
2 count. Neither man can get a pin. Now Randy tried to throw him into the ropes, but Crusher counters.
Whoa. Randy
To the
Savage.
chin. He kicked him right in the chin. But Crusher didn't even leave his feet. Now what's happening? He moves him in the back. And Crusher has hit his head on the post.
Yes, he
I
has.
think he's hurt. I think he's hurt. This may be the break Savage has been waiting for. I think the Crusher is finally hurt.
And now for the pile driver.
Power
Power
driver.
driver. Can he get him up?
Yes.
Can he get him up?
No, no.
Can he get him up? He still got him. He did it.
He did it, and that
He did the
will
pile
be
driver.
lights
Crusher's
out
hurt.
for Crusher Broomfield unless Crusher can get his leg on the rope.
He didn't.
That is it.
And it's over, and the match
That is it, ladies and
is
gentlemen.
over, and the
It is
winner
over with.
is still world champion Randy Macho Man Savage.
I'll tell
Randy.
you what, Crusher did not get his foot out of the rope. That was a very legal pin, and the winner and sole champion is Randy Savage.
It's all over with. Once again, Randy Macho Man Savage retaining the World Heavyweight Championship belt. Savage telling everyone the power driver did it, that it did. He wore Crusher Broomfield down very methodically, and then executed a power driver on him.
He is not as energetic now as he was when
In just over 22 minutes of the allotted time, it's all over with. When we come back, we told you we had some standby matches scheduled. We'll have that. It's some tag action. We'll be back after you see this.
If your school, club, or civic
The match
organization...
in Lanny, there was some question as to whether or not Crusher Broomfield had that leg out of the ring when Randy Savage pinned him.
Well, the way I was looking at the monitor. That was where it was the acceptance. I had my eye on it, and I didn't think so. And I talked to the referee. He had a bird's eye view. He didn't think so either.
It's a rule officially that Randy Savage was, of course, the winner.
That's right. And, of course, sometimes these decisions, they can go either way. And but I'll tell you what, Crusher Broomfield was he had to be carried out of the ring. And, of course, that was like trying to move a piano.
I think that's where he put Crusher in real trouble.
When the head went up against the
right against
pole.
Neither man could gain a pinfall before this.
There's a setup for the pile driver, and of course this is a different view than we had from our vantage point. And I hope they go back. I believe it was camera 3, because it is a different view, and we can see that in fact that he is there close to the rope, but not actually out of the rope.
The referee Dale Edwards right down. Like you said, he did have a bird's eye view of it, Lanny. He was right down there on it.
That's right. So now, of course, Crusher Broomfield is completely out of it now because power driver hurts anyway. But when you weigh 450-odd pounds, it's going to be so much more emphasis on those delicate cervical vertebrae. And Crusher lay there for quite some time. So once again, the World Heavyweight Champion is Randy Macho Man Savage. And of course, The fans don't disagree, but sometimes in their overzealousness, they can see what they want to see.
So ever since March 13th, 1979, the World Heavyweight Champion was and still is Randy Macho Man Savage. So, Lanny, while we have you here, we have another videotape we want you to comment on. It what took place last week when Gary Royal was supposed to go up against Randy Savage, but the Sheik came out of nowhere and caused quite some confusion. Here
That's going to kind of make his name for himself in the ICW wrestling. And
interesting point here. Gary Royal at one point actually helped the Sheik.
well, I don't doubt that there might be some collusion. You know, Gary Royal is going to go whichever way the tide turns. And now the Sheik has his world-famous camel clutch on John Ruffin, and he's using that that piece of wood, and that has got to be a very painful mess. And I just hate to see this type of thing happen, but it happened, and...
Oh, and of course, Dallas Young came running into the ring to try to save John Ruffin, and the Sheik just went to work on him.
That's right. The Sheik is...
He didn't stay very long.
Yeah, you know, I'm laughing, but it's not funny, and the Sheik is a menace, and he's a terror, and, well, what can you say about the Sheik? He should be...
It's 2 or 3 of them over there. And I'm going to tell you that we have the great addition of gorgeous, I said gorgeous Gary Royal now. And the Convertible Blondes continue their convertibility, baby. They started out as bears flee on the back of a dog and grew into a thorn into his side. And now that the Pistol Man done come out here, we are now the United States Tag Team Champions. The Convertible, too tough. With the addition of gorgeous Gary Royal, we are winning. We are winning. You see the belt? Ask Sleeping Lanny what he at. Add George Blandgraf. You know I dyed my hair so that old George Blandgraf can notice me. You see me now, boy? I want you to know that the champion, tell him about it there. Gorgeous Gary Royal.
I will now speak. First may I say that we are glad to have you, Pistol Man, in the Convertible Blondes.
All right.
The newest
I'm in
member of
that
the Convertible
high five,
Blondes. One of the United
one more
States
time.
Tag Team
Oh,
Champions.
again,
Along with the great
baby.
hustler Rip
Oh,
Rogers.
talk to me.
We will reign supreme as the U.S. Tag Team Champions for a long, long time, baby doll, and you can mark that down.
Well, it's time to wrestle.
Okay, now...
And, of course, I will proceed with the introductions.
Okay.
This second match is a standby match, curfew match, most falls for TV time limit remaining. At 215 pounds, from North Vernon, Indiana, it's Jake Milliman. And at 250 pounds, from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Dallas Young. The U.S. Tag Team Champions at 234 pounds from Chattanooga, Tennessee, Bad Pistol Pez Watley. And at 220 pounds from Hollywood, California, Hustler Rip Rogers. The Convertible Blondes and the new U.S. Tag Team Champions, and they're managed today by, I don't believe it, gorgeous Gary Royal.
Okay,
And
Edgar.
the bell is rung, and
Here
it's
we
time
go.
for action.
There goes Jake
Start with
Milliman out
front
of it.
face lock, and of course Rip Rogers immediately goes to work on the stomach of Jake Milliman. And there comes Bad Pistol Pez Watley, and he puts a fist somewhere, and now arm across the back of the neck, and another tag is made. They really use those tags effectively. There's no two ways about that.
A lot of complicated issues going on in the ICW, but the Convertible Blondes is definitely one that would take time to sit down and sort out.
Yeah, they will sort it out every time, and a head butt to the back of the head of Jake Milliman, and a body slam, and of course Milliman is on the mat, and there's a pin. 1, 2, 3. It's
That's
over.
it.
The first fall is over. But this is the most falls. The TV time limit remaining. So
one fall
we've
for the
got
Convertible Blondes,
one
and
fall for the Convertible Blondes, and of course if we can get Jake Milliman out of the ring, I suppose Dallas Young will be in, and we'll get another match going right now.
okay, time now.
Well,
for
Milliman
the
is going to
second
stay in the
fall.
ring.
He didn't have
But
time
he
to
does
get out.
make the
There's a
tag,
tag
and now
up.
here he comes in to take on Dallas Young to take on Pistol Pez Watley. And the tag is made, and in comes Hustler Rip Rogers. And there's a knee right to the side of Dallas Young. And an arm to the back of the neck and an elbow to the back of the neck. And now, ooh, that's a jab right to the throat. Dallas Young is swung into the rope, and he
There's
just
a
fell prey to
clothesline.
that clothesline of Rip Rogers. 1, 2, 3, and that's the second fall.
Okay. I'd say the score is the Convertible Blondes 2.
are not wasting any time. Not wasting any time at all. And this is most falls, TV time limit remaining.
That
so
is exactly right.
is the referee gonna declare them the winners of the match?
We're checking with our official timekeeper.
Ring the bell. Okay, he's calling them back into the ring. He's counting the Convertible Blondes out because they are not.
That is it, Edgar. The time is over with. So the official winners are the Convertible Blondes, 2 falls to nothing. We're going to take a break and come back on ICW Wrestling. We'll be back.
After this.